The sign out front says Silverstone, but the setting is quite different. Late change in tonight's festivities. We're going to be racing at Daytona instead. Still 15 laps as we go green from a standing start at Daytona International. Noah Belleville shoots to the inside immediately with Josh Gaiman in the grass. I bet they didn't expect this. Now everybody funnels into turn number 1. Noah Belleville, Aaron Edwards, Toby Estes, top 3 so far. Ethan Winters in the yellow Mustang trying to get around the outside of Josh Gaiman. Matt Seeger to his inside. Jeremy Brio in the 74. Kevin Feemster in the Kelly Green 17. Tommy Withers up 1 place from the start. Ryan Pennell and cousin Cody not in the race so far. It's the final race of Ford versus Chevrolet at Daytona, the ARC's Race of Champions, or AROC for short, if you like. Aaron Edwards now fighting for the lead against Missouri's Noah Belleville through the infield and now onto the NASCAR circuit. Into the bus stop. Belleville on the outside, Edwards on the inside, Camaro versus Mustang, and this time Camaro wins out over the seafoam-colored Ford of Aaron Edwards. Emily in the chat cheering for Matt Seeger. He's sitting in the 5th position in that green Ford right now. Let's give you the gaps. And if you just tuned in, you haven't missed a thing. Battles all over the place. We started with a standing start at Daytona. The sign out front says Silverstone. Our title screen, or splash screen if you will, says Silverstone, but we made a change. We're at Daytona instead. 53 miles in a 15-lap shootout. The race highly contested at both ends. That was 8th place that you were just looking at. This is the lead for now 5 cars involved. Matt Seeger on the end of all of this. Let's go on board. Noah Belleville leading by 0.3 of a second over Aaron Edwards coming through NASCAR 1 and 2. You see the gap from the top 2 and the rest of the top 6. Into the bus stop. Noah Belleville leads the rest of the competition. He's got a healthy lead over Aaron Edwards. Josh Gaiman sitting in 3rd. It goes Chevy, Ford, Chevy, your top 3. Toby Estes ahead of an oncoming Matt Seeger. The Georgian goes to the outside. This is 4th place. On board with the race's fastest driver, Jeremy Brio just went purple, the quickest lap of tonight's race so far, 1:48.99. So he's the first driver to dip below the 1:49 times. Noah Belleville leading Aaron Edwards by 0.3 of a second. Josh Gaiman behind him. Now the championship is a foregone conclusion. And that's all right. Noah Belleville starting tonight's race with a 12-point gap, and him taking the green flag means that he has guaranteed himself the Season 5 championship, but that by no means means that he's going to take it easy. Ryan Pennell had an incident on the 3rd lap of competition. Let's go on board with the North Floridian. The Jacksonville native Georgia Bulldog fan. Relatively speaking, just down the street from his home track, he overcooks turn number 1, and he goes for a big skid. He currently runs in the 11th position, while your race leader, the Missouri native, leads a furious pack of the top 6. The top 6 are within 2 seconds of each other. The top 3 are within 4/10 of each other. This battle for the lead is only going to get hotter. New leader in the toothpaste-colored Ford. It's Aaron Edwards, top spot with the final dirty dozen laps remaining at Daytona. Josh Gaiman hanging around in the 2nd position, and Noah Belleville skulking behind in 3rd, while the blacked-out headlights of Toby Estes, the 2 purple cars, actually, Estes and Brio occupying 4th and 5th. Matt Seeger goes for a slide. Caution's out. Caution is out at Daytona. This must have been a huge incident here. Matt Seeger goes for a big spin. And looks like Kevin Feemster might have gone with him. Have a look. Oh, Kevin Feemster and Ethan Winters getting tangled. Ethan Winters getting into Matt Seeger. And that 3-car pileup certainly enough to bring out the first caution. And turn 1's going to be a problem. Check this out. Here goes Matt Seeger again. Does Toby Estes help him in turn number 1? Now, Seeger just comes in extremely hot, loses control of the race car. Meanwhile, here comes Ethan Winters. And he's going to get right into Kevin Feemster. Matt Seeger will sneak around, and the 3 Mustangs play bumper cars in turn number 1, and that's going to bring out the first yellow. So Georgia's Matt Seeger running in 9th after that mess. Aaron Edwards still being scored as your race leader. Josh Gaiman running in the 2nd position. Aaron Edwards trying to catch up to the pace car, as it were. So the laps are going to wind down, and green flag pit stops are going to mean absolutely nothing here. Presumably everybody's going to come down into the pits. Emily Seeger, despondent in the chat. She just says, bro. So we're going to try and get couple of words here with what happened. Let's see if we can talk to Matt Seeger. I want to see just how he lost that race car. Bother him for a bit. Matt Seeger, Rick James in the house. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. You're one of the drivers flying the flag for the Peach State here, and we're going to take a look at what happened on lap number 4. It looks like you just lost control of the race car. Talk to me.
Yeah, I got it in turn 1, and it was either drive through the car in front of me or spin it. I felt that whoever that was in front of me, I felt like they got in the brakes quite early for the marker for turn 1, so I'm not honestly really sure. It sucks, but we'll get it back.
Also, just happened to be that Kevin Feemster runs into the barrier as well. So definitely kind of just 2 things happening at the same time. Matter of fact, let's see if we can bother Kevin real quick. Shotgun, Matt Seeger, shotgun for those that know. We're going to let you get back to work. Let's see if we can bother Kevin Feemster as well while we let Shotgun go to work. Kevin Feem, Rick James up top. Can you hear me, sir? The pride of Indiana, Kevin Feemster. It's Rick James in the house. Can you hear me?
I got you.
All right, Feem, talk to me. What the hell happened there? You drove into the tire barrier, my friend.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot I was on the right side of the car for a second, and I hit the tires. Pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
So pit strategy wise, I don't think you have to worry about it anymore. You're going to use your one fast repair, presumably, and you're going to get back in this race. But as aside from that standing start, the rest of the race has also been pretty chaotic as well. But you're sitting in 7th right now coming up to this pit stop. You're going to restart with 9 laps to go at most, which should be enough to make it to the end of this race. Do you have the potential to get that podium?
No. No, I
At
suck
least you're
road
honest.
courses, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm just here to have a good time.
I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad your spirits are high. I'm going to let you get to work, man. And who knows, we might talk to you at the end.
All right, man.
My man, Kevin. You know, truth be told, I had a lot to do with the settings of this race. And really, just to mess with everybody, I should have made it rain right about now and cause absolute chaos. So the drivers are going to get back to work. I think we're really going to restart here with about 8 laps to go. The race for the lead has been just fantastic. While they're getting back to green here, let's take a look at the start of this race. This is Aaron Edwards. This is lap number 1, the standing start of the final race this season. Josh Gaiman immediately dips to the inside, checking out drivers at the back like Ryan Pennell, getting a very slow start to this race. Noah Belleville just starts tearing up the outside of turn 1, turn 2. He's going to lead into the International Horseshoe with that Chevy Camaro out front. Aaron Edwards will give a great challenge, and this was the racing. What you're seeing here, the back and forth side by side. Josh Gaiman is also going to get into this mix as well in the coming laps, but the top 6 was clustered like this throughout the beginning of the race, and this is definitely what you hope to see for the rest of that. Josh Gaiman in that dark purple Chevrolet being scored as your race leader. Aaron Edwards in the 2nd position, and Noah Belleville running 3rd. Toby Estes and Jeremy Brio will round out the top 5. Joshua Gaiman will catch up to the Porsche pace car, whose lights are still on. We're going to take a 30-second break. We're going to catch our breath, and we're going to be back for more racing. 30 seconds. That's all you got. Be back here, and it's going to be no more than 9 laps to go to close out the season.
Ricky, I copy.
back with you with the lights on the race cars, on the racetrack, on the Porsche Pace car. Rick James and our defending Thursday Night Thunder champion, Jacob Bradley, in the house here to bring you the final however many laps we have left for iRacing's Daytona. Quick word for the good folks over at Drip Diecast and Collectibles. They keep us going. Honestly, for all the fun we have and all the screwing around we do, for God's sake, we're putting V8 supercars at Daytona. They keep us going. They have one of the best online stores for NASCAR memorabilia. Check them out on your screen. They're that gold little logo right there. Drip Diecast and Collectibles on eBay. Your #1 store for all sorts of NASCAR memorabilia and more. That's Drip Diecasts and Collectibles. They're on eBay. They're your #1 online store for any NASCAR diecast, IndyCar diecast, whatever you want. They've got it and more. Drip Diecast and Collectibles on eBay. They've been supporting us for 5+ years. Jacob Bradley, you're going to be defending your Season 10 Thursday Night Thunder Championship. We're going into the second decade of Thursday Night Thunder seasons. Not second decade, right? We've been racing for 5 years. We're going to the next 10, buddy. You're defending the championship as we go to green. You couldn't make the race tonight, but I'll stop rambling while we let these race cars sound a little bit. Welcome to the show. Who do you have your money on to win this race?
I know Noah had a really good run to start this. He's about to give the bumper to Gaiman to 1. But I gotta pick Noah. He's leading the points. He had a pretty dominant run to start this race. I think he'll get past Aaron Edwards here and then give a good fight with Gaiman.
Josh Gaiman getting out to an early lead. Aaron Edwards and Noah Belleville side by side out of the International Horseshoe. Jeremy Brio, Toby Estes rounding out the top 5. Georgia's Matt Seeger in 6th. It looks like Briley Wright goes off wide. It will be 7 laps to go, this time by Fords and Chevrolets, swapping places. And there is a crash right here. Is that Aaron Edwards?
Yes, he locked up going to the second International Horseshoe there. Just barely missed Gaiman.
Would have been something if the race leader gets caught up in something else that happened to Aaron Edwards. I think during the break, Emily Seeger, Matt Seeger's one of our driver's sisters, in the chat goes, TNT needs to go to the Chicago street course. It'd be exciting and entertaining. There's genuinely a thought. What about the Chicago street course? Honestly, who knows? Jacob Bradley, you're going to be defending your Thursday Night Thunder Championship as we're watching the race for the lead. What do you think about that Chicago street course?
I love the Chicago street course. It's one of my favorite road courses. I love the technical road courses out there, so always one of my favorites. Very little room for error. Always fun.
Having a look at Kevin Feemster in the green Ford, goes skidding through the International Horseshoe and just barely misses. I want to take a look at Aaron Edwards here in the mint-colored blue oval. He's sandwiched between 2 Camaros here, currently running in 3rd as you see him. And through the Western Horseshoe, just locks it up, goes sliding through.
1.
Let's go back to Aaron Edwards and Jeremy Brio as well. 7 laps to go. The Massachusetts pilot.
Jerry wheel hopped, and then Aaron just got into his left rear trying to avoid him, locked up the brakes a little bit, got into him.
Absolutely. Yeah, that looked really weird, didn't it? Jeremy Brio just coming through. As you describe it, Jacob, he does lock up the wheels. Now, describe for those that don't know, tell us what's happening when you lock up those wheels going into the corner. It's almost like the car just loses all sorts of traction.
Yeah, when you lock up those fronts, you're just going straight. You're kind of hopeless. You got to get off the brake pedal, and then you're entering the corner way too fast and just trying to hold on. If you lock up the rears, you're in an uncontrolled slide, and you're also holding on for dear life, as we have a battle for the lead with Noah Belleville and Gaiman out too.
Gaiman in the dark purple Chevrolet, Noah Belleville in the maroon colored Chevrolet. Going into the bus stop, Belleville to Gaiman's left-hand side. He's going to be your new leader coming out of the bus stop to 6 final laps at Daytona. Again, we were originally scheduled to race at Silverstone. So when you see our Victory Lane interviews, it's going to say final round Silverstone. No. we, last minute, game time decision, decided to come to Daytona.
I
And
even
it's
bought Silverstone. Now what am I going to do with Silverstone?
Silverstone is going to return. As far as I know, Silverstone is going to be in Thursday Night Thunder. We're going to release that schedule shortly as well, by the way. You're coming to... and this race for the lead is fantastic, by the way. Not to interrupt what's going on, but you're going to be defending your Thursday Night Thunder championship. Josh Gaiman to the outside. Noah Belleville, who just went purple. JB, 148.78. He's going to be your main competition in this 11th season of Gen 4 racing.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really fun to run those Gen 4 cars. They put out that new Gen 4. All the steps are a little bit tighter than they previously were, so gonna take a little bit of getting used to. Take a little bit of relearning, but I'm sure it'll be a fun experience. TNT is always a great time. I always love running those. As I believe Toby put it, green flag to green flag races. Gaiman almost wrecks it onto the oval.
I don't know where to look, genuinely. I know that we have Josh Gaiman fighting Noah Belleville for the lead, but Ethan Winters and Matt Seeger also getting close in trading positions. Briley Wright, Ryan Pennell, Kevin Feemster. This is 7th, 8th, 9th. Briley up 3 places from where he started. Let's go on board with the Camaro.
When you get down to this bus stop here, it's a really hard braking zone. He outbraked the car in front of him there, had to lock up, gotta go through the grass. You don't want to do that. Fun fact.
I was testing the cars here myself, and when you go through the grass, for those that don't know, iRacing does not let you get away with that. It says you have to give up so many number of seconds to continue before getting a black flag, and that may have happened to Briley Wright, but he and Ryan Pennell are fighting really hard here for the 8th position. Toby Estes running in 11th, hoping that caution comes out. The race for the lead is only 6/10 apart, but how about 5th and 6th? JV, Jeremy Brio, Aaron Edwards, and I'm surprised that Aaron Edwards is down here in 6th, Jake, as Kevin Feemster looks like he's slow out of the first couple corners. There's so much going on right now.
Yeah, it's a very technical track. It's there's a lot of room for error. I think Gaiman is starting to catch back up to Noah too.
Oh, there goes Ryan Pennell out of the International Horseshoe. Just loses control of the race car. Have a look.
Yeah, it's really easy to do. You just get on the throttle a little bit too hard in these things, and it spools them up quick. It's a lot quicker than any of the stock cars on the road courses. You're really easy to just put the power down. You want to put the power down, and it just never takes it in these things.
4 laps to go this time by. Matt Seeger and Jeremy Brio, nose to tail. These are 2 Mustangs with Aaron Edwards accompanying in the toothpaste colored machine behind them. I don't know, what would you call that color, Jake? What toothpaste, mint, seafoam? I think I've used all of those names tonight.
I'm thinking mint fits the best, you know. I feel like a lot of companies would call that a mint. So it is a different color, to say the least.
Let's go on board with Edwards.
He's pushing Seeger all the way down the front stretch here. Seeger may get to let him go here. He does. It's a respectful thing to do. Seeger is always a respectful driver. I've raced with him in TNT and in AROC here.
Through the horseshoe, Jeremy Brio still leads Aaron Edwards. That's the 4th place battle. Noah Belleville running 1 second ahead of the competition, coming to 3 final laps. The points are a foregone conclusion. Belleville with a 12-point advantage over the guy sitting next to me, Jacob Bradley. With 3 wins coming into this race, JB, Noah Belleville looking to get his 4th victory. And he's doing a good job so far, but genuinely, the biggest mistakes can just come out of absolutely nowhere on this racetrack. Where is the most treacherous place for you, Jake?
It's always the heavy braking zones. The bus stop, you get caught off guard here whenever you run, like the Daytona 24. And then turn 1, you always want to go in there really deep. Sometimes you just miss your braking marker, lock it up a little bit, you'll lose a second right there. And he doesn't have a second to give up to Gaiman right now.
Aaron Edwards, Jeremy Brio knows to tail the mauve, light purple, whatever color you would call that. Sits a tenth of a second ahead of Edwards, but now here goes Aaron Edwards to the inside, and he's going to take fourth. Meanwhile, the race for the lead on board with Belleville. Just ahead of Josh Gaiman, trying to squeeze through. Back on board with the 41.
Noah really pulls him through this entire technical section. Gaiman just brings it back in the bus stop in these really hard braking zones. I don't know if that's going to be enough for Gaiman to make a move, but he'll definitely have opportunities in these final laps.
2 to go this time by. It is an extremely long circuit. 53 miles is all that we're going to run. Just a short little race tonight to close out the season, but it can't have any lack of focus, Jake. It has to. You have to be on for the entire race. Now, there's 0.6 between first and second. There's 7 seconds between second place and third. So these two Chevrolets here, clearly a cut above the rest of the field.
Yeah, I had the fortune of racing with these two at Olton Park, and you have to be on the wheel 100% of the time to be able to race with Belleville and Gaiman. They always put their best foot forward. I certainly don't know how to drive these cars. I got lost, and I forgot that I was on the right side. I almost wrecked the car 20 times, but they definitely put their best foot forward, and they're the two to beat on these road courses.
Two laps to go at Daytona International. Noah Belleville leads Josh Gaiman by just a couple tenths of a second and snaking through the racetrack. Gaiman now cuts to the other side and tries to get to Belleville in the horseshoe, and Belleville will lead through the turn. White flag next time by, and the champion wants to put
one. Got loose.
He got loose. He did get loose. He wants to put one more nail in that championship coffin. New leader, Josh Gaiman. Gaiman in the purple 61, now leading the 41 of Noah Belleville. Meanwhile, 5th place up for grabs. Jeremy Brio has a mirror full of Georgia's Matt Seeger. 7 tenths now extending, and this is the move for Belleville. White flag next time by. Belleville's in a great position, Jake. Where is the 41 going to make that pass?
Bus stop's going to be really hard. He's going to have to get a run right out of 2 here if he wants a chance. Otherwise, he's just going to have to outdrive him into turn 1.
There he goes.
Tough pass here. They're going to stick it.
Right into the bus stop. Noah Belleville gets right to the inside of Josh Gaiman. They survive so far. Gaiman tries the rebuttal through the exit of the bus stop, right on the bumper of the 41. Josh Gaiman slides out of the bus stop. White flag this time by, and new leader, Noah Belleville.
I'm shocked they made it stick. Gaiman backed out a little bit there. I thought they were going to go side by side. They're going to go side by side into turn 1, though.
Drag race down to the line. Noah Belleville to the inside, Josh Gaiman to the outside. White flag is out, and Camaros will duel to win the final race of the season. Noah Belleville in the maroon-colored machine. Josh Gaiman in the midnight purple Chevrolet to the outside through turn number 1. Jake, if you're the driver in the lead, and if you're the driver in second, where is the move?
I'm expecting in every one of these heavy braking zones, and I'm just going to be, if I'm in the lead, oh, Gaiman got loose, you give the opportunity, just give it to Noah right there.
Noah Belleville getting outside of the International Horseshoe with the lead. Will Josh Gaiman press the issue? Will there be contact through these braking zones? Belleville brakes hard. Gaiman, he goes wide to try the undercut out of the Western Horseshoe. Coming out of the infield, Jake, who's got the advantage?
I like having the draft. Eamon just needs to get a really good exit onto the oval here, and if he does, he'll have the run right into the bus stop like Noah did last lap.
On board with Gaiman in the 61.
Got a little bit loose.
Through the bus stop one final time, DeSoto, Missouri's Noah Belleville, your Season 10 Thursday Night Thunder Championship, took the white flag in the second position. Josh Gaiman behind him wants to spoil his championship party. It will be a drag race to the line at Daytona. Belleville starts to snake. It's full throttle all the way to the end. Belleville, did he leave too much room for Gaiman? Is he trying one
100%.
more draft to the end? Belleville can see the checkered flag in the air. Drag race to win the final race at Daytona. It is Josh Gaiman by 2/100ths of a second over Noah Belleville.
What a race.
Fantastic way to finish that one. Have another look. Just have a look. Slow it down to the line. 2/100ths of a second. Could you ask for a closer finish? What a drag race to that line. Josh Gaiman, Noah Belleville, Ethan Winters, 5 seconds off the pace. Coming home in third. We're going to talk to these three at the end of this race here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our podium as Toby Estes, 50 seconds later, valiantly crosses the line to finish 10th. Now it's over.
Destroys the car.
Hey, you know, you can't fault him. He tried, and he did his best all the way to the end. That, you know what? He's driver of the race. It means absolutely
Damn right.
nothing, but there you go. Toby Estes is driver of the race. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute. On the podium now with our top three, starting with tonight's bronze medalist, Ethan Winters. Ethan, great job tonight. Third place, not a bad showing whatsoever. Given that the top two were running just on something else, third is not a bad outcome. Did you have fun tonight? That's the important bit. Did you enjoy yourself?
On that restart with about, I think, 10 to go or 9 to go, I restarted dead last. So I'm happy to finish third. Got involved with just unlucky, you know, these cars with the right-hand drive. Someone caught the inside wall, which is easy to do. I just happened to be right in my lap. But we figured it out and kind of drove through the field there. It was fun.
We got to talk about the upcoming season of Thursday Night Thunder. I'm glad I had a great time here. We'll figure out these points in just a minute, but TNT coming up. The Gen 4 car is what we're going to be racing. We're going to start our preseason testing next week on the 31st. The guy that's sitting next to me, Jacob Bradley, is going to be defending his championship. Are we going to see you there for the 11th edition of Thursday Night Thunder?
Oh yeah, for sure. As long as I'm welcome, I love to race here, and I think this season's going to be a lot more competitive. Last season I was kind of just, I don't want to say showing up, but there's a lot more practice when you're running for points, and hopefully this year with my average finishes of, being up front, I can hopefully contend for a championship.
Congratulations on that third place finish. Let's go to our silver medalist, Noah Belleville, in the number 41 machine. They call him Moldy, and he put in a fantastic show tonight. That was one of the closest supercar finishes I've ever seen, man. What a show.
Yeah, I hope it was a good show because we were racing our tails off.
You did great, though. You and Gaiman, let's bring you in here as well. You guys put on a beautiful end to this fantastic series, and despite the troubles we've had setting up the race car, you guys have really put on a fantastic show. Congratulations on the win, by the way, Gaiman, but what a battle.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was awesome. It was definitely better to race than it was to practice, so that was a positive going forward there.
And one of the closest supercar finishes I've seen, and certainly a lot of fun heading into the Thursday Night Thunder season. Now, I think everybody expects you and Noah Belleville to both turn up for the 11th edition of TNT. It's going to be the first season of this new formula. The formula has changed, guys. We've got this new Gen 4 coming. Can we expect you there when the season kicks off August 21?
I mean, I'll definitely be there. The new cars are just absolutely incredible. They drive a lot more predictably, and it's easier for me to keep tires on it and just race around other cars. So I'm definitely really excited for it.
Noah Belleville, we're going to see you in season 11?
Yeah.
Great answer. Very descriptive answer. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Coming to the, we're watching you guys come to the end. We'll have one more look here. Very briefly, Noah, what was the mindset pulling into three, going wide like that? We're gonna slingshot around him at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we had been in that exact same scenario the past like 5 laps, and every single time I ran the bottom, he'd draft up to me and pass me coming to the line, so I knew that wasn't gonna work. So I tried to just give him the bottom and hope that maybe I could get some momentum off the corner, and I did, but it just wasn't enough.
Regardless, it was a great show. The 5th edition of AROC ended beautifully with a bang. It was a lot of fun, and as you see it on your screen right there, we don't have the schedule finalized yet, but believe me, by this time in August, the season will be underway. We're going to start those Gen 4 cars. It's going to sound amazing. It's going to look amazing. It's going to be the 11th edition. I can't believe we've done this 11 times. I can't believe we're not bored of this yet. Anyway, we're going again because we can and because we love it. And it is a labor of love to keep putting this on week after week. So why not? Let's do it. The 11th edition of Thursday Night Thunder, August 21, right here, Rick James TV, 8:40 Eastern. None of this is possible without our good friends at Drip Diecast and Collectibles. They have the #1 online store for NASCAR memorabilia and more. Drip Diecast and Collectibles. We can't do it without them, and we can't do it without the people that watch. That means you. If this is your first, your millionth race, it doesn't matter. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us your time for this silly little game that we play. We appreciate it. This is the 5th edition of AROC coming to a close, and then, I can't say it enough, a new edition of Thursday Night Thunder starts in less than a month. So I can't wait. Stay tuned on the socials. We'll be updating more there. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Take care of each other, and we will see you all around.